Banger. Uh-oh. I hear a song. I got a boner.
Back in our normal spots finally.
Dot, dot. Motherfuckers burn. Shit.
All
Hey,
right. Beers
They got-
and bets. Week
got the-
12 recap. What do you got on that can?
They got the old
Clydesdales.
Clydesdales,
yeah,
yeah.
man. Yep.
Two of us
So,
remember.
I thought it was a
An
yeah.
Anheuser.
Rudolph.
I thought that was an
Rudolph.
Anheuser.
It's a big ass dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the Christmas cans out right now
Yep.
for for Hanukkah and shit. So that's
How about that?
Hell yeah.
You know how that block around the street that just has like millions of Christmas lights?
Oh yeah,
You go
yeah,
see
yeah.
that whole like
Fucking,
neighborhood.
Candy
that does
Cane
it
Lane.
big.
Candy Cane Lane. I
Candy
fucking
Cane
hate
fucking
it.
Lane.
Do they
dude.
got it all set
Shut
up
it down.
yet?
Shut
It probably
down.
is now. I would say, yeah. It's this time of year because
It
they all
ruins
get
my
traffic
life.
over by Brad.
Ruins my
It's
fucking life.
fucking hilarious. People
Fucking-
are driving.
All these people from the county that don't know how to drive in the city. And
Yeah.
it's.
And they all freak out because they don't know if it's like safe or not. So you know what I'm saying?
I've probably
Cars
seen
are-
like
dude, it's
5
fucking
different
hilarious.
accidents over the years just because like people both
Looking
merging
at
into
the
the
lights.
middle lane.
Oh
you know,
my
and they're
god!
and not like dangerous, not high
And it-
speeds, but just enough to be annoying.
Well, that is
Yeah.
a pretty busy road, dude, and people pull out there going slow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, dude, yeah. But it's cool, I guess. I don't know.
It
How was
is.
the Sunday, boys? How was football?
Pretty good. I was, it was a little bit of a sick day for me. I'm recovering from a cold. Yesterday was my Jordan flu game. I made it through all the games from the start of the noon games all the way to the end of the Sunday night football game.
No nap.
Watched them all sick. Ate a few THC gummies to just get
That'll
me by, keep me feeling good.
Okay. Yeah.
And then
Were you,
moving at work today. I'm trying to move like a block's worth of shit and a whole company from one location downtown Kansas City to another. I was not at Jordan flu game level today at work.
Yeah, that probably fucking
I was on my bye week today at work.
Were you
used
nervous?
up-
Yeah,
you
that was
used
like,
it all up making it through the Sunday
Yeah,
games.
I used all the energy I had watching football. There was nothing left in the tank
Priorities.
for today moving shit.
that's the truth though. Priorities, man. You gotta, really what's important when
Podcast
it
comes
to it.
first. Yeah,
Exactly.
bottom
Hell
line.
yeah.
Got to.
Yep. All right.
How were you nervous for that during that game at all?
I was nervous during the Colts game, and the Colts really, from start to finish, probably did outplay the Bucs yesterday. But there was the 4 turnovers the Colts had. Most important of the ones being the fumbled punt on the 20-yard line by Nyheim Hines really kept the Bucs in the game in the first half. And then when the Colts were in scoring territory twice in the second half, one time Shaq Barrett got a sack fumble on Carson Wentz. Shaq Barrett also recovered. That was a big turnover.
Yeah.
Other one, Antoine Winfield picked it off at like the 15-yard line, jumping over Michael Pittman.
That was a hell of a catch, dude. That was a fucking amazing catch.
I was nervous. It's weird that I think the Colts are probably like the 3rd or 4th most dangerous team in the AFC. And by the playoff standings, they are number 10. So by record, they're the 10th best team in the AFC. But from what I've watched the last few weeks, I think the Colts are almost as good as anybody in the AFC.
Yeah,
So
I think
that's a weird spot.
Well, yeah, and we're gonna do headlines. So
Yeah,
that's my Monday headline.
the
Is
Colts.
even though it was a loss, I think they showed a lot, man. And like Matt said, dude, they shot themselves in the foot a few times. And if you take that away, I know that you can't because they did it and they fucked it up. But you take those few plays away, and those are fixable plays. It's not something where Wentz was trying to do too much. Maybe on that throw, but that was a hell of an interception that kid made too.
Yep.
That was a hell of a play. So you take away though the muff punt, stuff like that, which is fixable. It sucks once it's in your head because then then it might happen again to like Hines on a punt or something like that. Like what Azakim, I know that happened to him.
Right. He's such a trusted guy too, Hines.
But
it's kind of weird to see.
Yeah, that was because he's a reliable dude. They'll bring him on third down and shit.
They paid him even. They re-upped with him on a contract.
That's the one thing I was worried about Taylor going into the year was because he had gotten Hines.
It was one of those punts. I don't know if he misjudged where it was going to land, but it was like
was
right
too
in the
far-
dead zone where he had to like dive forward to get it.
Yeah.
And if he let it bounce, it could bounce right off of his fucking face
Exactly.
mask or chest.
He was in no
and then
man's
you
land,
fumble.
dude. He
So,
was too far back, and then he was
Yeah.
like, "Oh shit!" but didn't want to rush up because
Yep.
yeah, man. And but I'm saying, like, dude, you took him to overtime. That game went to overtime, right? Finished in
no,
over-
the Bucks
Oh,
did finish it.
right
It
before.
could have went to overtime.
It went.
yeah,
They scored a
came close
touchdown right
to.
before Fournette ran it
Yeah,
in. All right,
with
yeah,
20
they-
seconds left, Fournette scored a touchdown to put the Bucks up by 7. The Colts did return the ensuing kickoff
Yeah,
all
they
the way
did.
to the Bucks
Okay.
30-yard line.
and they had
The Colts
shot.
had a chance
and then
to
they threw a pick
force
at the
overtime.
end. Because,
Yep.
dude, yeah, and like, just so if you're the Colts, man, you walk into the locker room like, yeah, we lost that game, but damn, look how shitty. We gave them the ball 4 times. The Bucks took advantage every single time they turned the ball over too. They put it in the end zone.
Yeah.
Like Brady
don't-
was like,
Yeah,
thank you.
close
And-
to it. Close
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they got points out of it. I mean, they took advantage, definitely
Yep.
got points. And yeah, I think if you're a Colts fan, it's something to be like, you know what, dude? Yeah, we lost, but I think it was a lot of self-inflicted wounds that really cost them the
Yeah.
game. And if you only lose by 7, then damn, you're right there. That's how you got to look at it.
I agree with you, man. And it'd be tough to picture a world where the Colts don't make the playoffs, because right now they're sitting at 6-6, and I don't have their schedule in front of me, but in their division, you got to figure they're going to play the Jags at least one more time, the Texans at least one more time, the
Yeah.
Titans they've already beaten twice. So they probably have at least 3 games against the Jaguars or the Texans. And you factor that in, that gets them to 9 wins alone. I think they're a safe bet to make the playoffs, but the AFC is just a huge mess.
Fucking everyone's
That's something we'll have to tackle
Yeah.
a little bit
Yeah.
down the road in this episode. But I like your pick as far as the Colts, even in a loss, proving a lot.
So going
Yeah.
forward, they got Texans, Patriots, Colts, Raiders.
Well, they can't play
and-
themselves.
Or no, Texans, Patriots, Cardinals. Fuck off.
Okay, starts
Cardinals.
with a
the
C.
Yeah, dickhead.
There you go.
All right, yeah. Texans, Patriots, Cardinals, Raiders, and Jaguars. So maybe like a
Doesn't
3
sound
and
that
2.
tough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3 and 2 looks doable out of that. So
Yep.
Unfortunately, where they're
Okay.
at, they're not. I think they might have to do almost better than that, because I know the Chargers' schedule is not that tough. I don't want to get too much into playoff stuff, but I think it might take somebody messing up a little bit for them to get in.
Yeah, that AFC playoff picture is just going to be
But it's going to
Dude,
change
wild
every week.
mess,
It's
man.
going to change. It's going to
Denver's
change every week.
Yeah.
lingering.
But
Before we
Denver-
start to
Denver's
dive
lingering.
into that, Brad, what's your big headline takeaway from the weekend?
my takeaway is I'm ready to rethink the whole fantasy football drafting strategy. I'm ready to go the 0 running back. Look, with McCaffrey out, it's like every single top back has pretty much got hurt. From
Yeah.
Cook,
Yeah.
he's out now. And you're hearing he already had a dislocated shoulder. Now he's got a torn labrum. Kamara's
Oh.
been out 3 weeks. Henry's been on the IR. He's missed 5 games. Zeke's banged up. Saquon missed 5. Chubb missed 3.
Jonathan
Uh,
Taylor.
Aaron Jones missed last week, barely played this week. Gibson.
Jonathan Taylor is going to get hurt next
Right.
week.
I'm knocking on wood. I'm
He's
knocking
gonna
on
get
wood.
hurt
Get
next
fucked.
week.
but the list goes
I
on.
gotta-
David Montgomery, Allaire,
Yeah.
Gibson. It's just
Wow. Yeah.
It
It's
I
incredible.
don't know. It
But the
starts
thing is,
making-
you need him. You just got to hope you
it
get
is,
lucky.
But here's my
Right.
is if you worry about filling tight end, all your receiver positions, especially like our league with the 2 receiver, 2
I kind of
flex.
did this year.
If you fill your 2 flex, 2 receiver, tight end, and a QB, and then you worry about your running backs, it's starting.
Dude,
I don't know.
I don't know
I might
as-
think about it.
I don't know if fantasy commissioner, if you're able to like go back and re-see the draft picks, but I think I didn't take a running back until my like 4th or 5th.
Oh, you
pick.
totally can.
Yeah,
You
there's
can.
a
You
way.
can do
There's
it.
a way
You
even
can
you
look up
can
all
pull
your
up
picks.
the
yeah.
draft
Yeah.
results.
You
Yeah.
can
So
see
I
where everyone
basically
was
did the
drafted.
no running back thing to an extent, and like
Yeah.
I'm still middle of the pack in that fantasy league. It is non PPR,
Yeah.
which is a tough way
See,
to make hay with no running back, no top running backs in it.
Right.
Well, I'm
To
wrong
be-
because I went Dalvin Cook with my first pick, but I think after Dalvin Cook, I don't think I took another running back until like my 6th pick. Say
It's just crazy when you see like the relative health of all the big name receivers compared to all the big name running backs.
Yeah. It's more that you know what you're getting more, or you can at least count on getting like your 13 to 14 games out of these guys if you're taking receivers, quarterbacks, and tight ends.
I don't
Who
know.
did
It was
you
just
take, Matt? Who was your pick this year in that league?
I think I was 4, and I know I took Dalvin Cook 4. Let's pull it up. We got time to kill here.
Well, yeah, I was just looking. I was trying to pull it up right here. I don't know if this is our draft results. I guess it would be, but yeah.
I took,
But Brad, that is
Dalvin
crazy.
Cook.
You bring that up and you look at fucking dude. Everyone you
know,
named,
like
you're right.
it's so
Everyone
mentally,
got
like
hurt.
ingrained. Like standard league, you take running back.
Well,
running
dude, but
back,
I'm just
running
gonna
back.
to be the contrarian too. It's like, man, this is the first year I've ever gone that hard on taking running backs. I've never done that, and like a dumbass in a standard league. I don't know if it's because I'd be like hammered by the time the draft was, but I'd always end up with. I'd have like the middle of the pack running back would be my number one guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it always fucked me. This year, dude, I think my first 3 picks in this.
Right, I'm with you. I
league
went really heavy.
Yeah.
Same with you. Really
It's
heavy
just
running
if
back.
you get screwed on drafts or on injuries, I mean, then
Well, and
you
I guess
can't-
what changed my mindset was like, okay, you could have
So-
just, if you pay attention to waiver wire, you could have picked up Elijah Mitchell, Khalil Herbert, Dearness Johnson. Like you're picking up like RB1, RB2 production for nothing. And if you have like, let's say a Devontae Adams, Justin Jefferson, Deebo Samuel, add a name at receiver, it's like that's a dangerous team.
Yeah, that and tight end is that's where really the leagues are won too, because if you get one of those top tier guys, and if you don't, then every week is a fucking, plug and play type bullshit. And I'm not, that's why I always try to lock down, Kelsey or someone like that.
Yeah. All right. We'll see. We'll have more. We'll revisit this, when we're getting into fantasy draft previews next year. Because like I said, Brad, I kind of did that strategy this year. It's still up in the air whether or not it's worked out for me. Because I took one running back. It looks like from looking at my fantasy roster, I took one running back in my first 7 picks. I think.
So
I got the draft here, Matt. So you went Dalvin Cook, Tyreek Hill, Darren Waller, AJ Brown,
Josh Allen.
Yeah. So I mean, it was all guys that aren't backs. James Robinson. So there you go.
So then finally with my 6th pick, I took my second running back. So to an extent, I did that.
Gus Edwards. You did like
Gus Edwards. That worked out well. That Gus Edwards pick.
That goes back to Brad's point to it. Yeah. Every back got hurt.
Well, and at the time, that was the guy I was pissed you took because it was a great value for where you got him.
For a couple of days, it was great.
Potentially.
And you took Damian Harris after Gus Edwards. So you went 3 backs, 6, 7, and 8.
Yeah. But that's late to be taking your running back.
That is. You know? That's true. Damian Harris worked out. That was a fucking great pick then, though, dude.
All right. So enough fantasy talk there. My Monday headline is, and this is looking forward, it's looking quite possible that we could see a Patriots versus Buccaneers Super Bowl. The Pats are sitting at 8-4, the number 2 seed in the AFC. The Bucs are sitting at 8-3, number 3 seed in the NFC. And right now, I'm especially basing off where these teams are at right now, the Patriots have just as good of a chance as the Buccaneers do to get to the Super Bowl in Los Angeles. Yeah. And I got to ask you guys a couple questions about this. One is, would this just have to be the best Super Bowl matchup for eternity? Could it ever be exceeded by any Super Bowl matchup? Coach versus quarterback or quarterback versus quarterback? It'd be a really tough one to beat given the history between Brady and Belichick. I just don't. It'd be hard to see something that would exceed that being a Super Bowl matchup.
Rodgers and Brady would have been good.
Yeah.
When he was in New England, that's the only one that sticks out. Or if Peyton would have gone to a team in the NFC and got to play against Tom,
that one would have been close.
Good. Yep. But it's hard given a bigger, man. The Harbaugh thing was cool when it's two brothers going against each other. Yeah, man. Yeah. So But yeah, really, I don't think it could get much better than that. Dude. That shit would be epic. That would, dude, and like, oh man, like the mic, all that shit would just be amazing, dude. I would love.
Yeah.
Hey man, I hyped up. I was saying this might be coming for the Patriots on this damn podcast. So, but now everyone, they're good, man. They're really fucking good. And you're right, they could definitely be. And what team do you trust more, really? Like when you think about it.
Well, especially if the Pats end up beating the Bills out for that division, I don't see
insane, dude.
I don't see the Patriots losing that first playoff game at home. It'd be tough to see.
Because like if the Chargers end up winning the West,
they're a very beatable team still in my mind.
Exactly. If the Chargers were to end up winning the West,
Bills kind of been preying on some weaker.
We'll see. They beat an injured Titans team. Yes,
I'd love to see a healthy Tennessee team with Derrick Henry against them.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Or a Buffalo, even they're kind of in a weird funk, but if they're clicking.
Let's see let's see how they play against Buffalo twice, right?
Yeah,
is the main thing.
Time.
Let's
see.
And
this will be a big week coming up because we have Buffalo, New England this week.
Is it the Monday night game?
Monday night game, yeah.
This week,
so that'll be big.
Okay.
And yeah, man. So we're gonna have two good prime times 2 nights in a row.
Second question on that is, like, who would you guys be pulling for if it's Belichick versus Brady and the Bucks? Who would you have to get behind?
Bill. I think I'd have to go with Bill. I think man.
I would 100% be with
he's
you.
Like the underdog, so I'm just going underdog. Basically.
Yeah, right. So, he's right back to where he started with Brady. Yeah, it's all.
If Brady's not on the Bucks, I'm backing Belichick because I just respect Belichick a lot more. I like Belichick's style a lot more than Brady's kind of prep boy. Right. School attitude. Even though Brady won the Bucks the Super Bowl, I'm still I don't know about this guy, man.
Yeah, Belichick gets a hoodie dirty, he just flips it inside out, dude. He's like, fuck it. Brady's like, yo, where's my Gucci jacket at? Where's my shoes?
Yeah. What am I gonna post for
on
Instagram?
Have you been using my face cream and hair gel again? Like yelling at fucking whatever her name is, man.
Yeah.
But that would be because I almost hope it's not that because it would be awesome, but it would be hard to have a rooting I really wouldn't. I'd be like, God, either way, I don't really care. You know what I mean? Like I don't mind it. So it's fun when the Chiefs are in there because then I can really have someone to root against, man. It's fun, but
okay, all right.
Yeah, that would be.
We'll see. We'll see.
It, man.
We still got weeks to play, and
dude. Just one more, dude, they could have won that game when he kicked the field goal against the Tampa.
Yeah, it was a weird ending.
Could have gone for it, and they didn't trust Mac then. I wonder now if they would have trusted Mac Jones.
It's a good point
to go for that.
That's a good point. You needed a 4th and 3 or 4th and 4, whatever it was. They could have used. They had time enough. There
was 53 seconds left.
They probably
or something.
Go now.
They go. I think
it was still. He probably didn't even know the whole playbook at that point.
Right. No, I'm sure they're adding shit every week, but so they've been there even in that game. You look at they played. That had to be a turning point for them where they're like, "Yo, we're right there, and we're not."
They also played the Cowboys too, and I believe came up short against the Cowboys, if I remember correctly.
Okay. Yeah, we're tied in it though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good Sunday though. Another good one.
So playoff talk. Starting with the AFC. These are our 7 teams that are in the playoffs as of right now in the AFC.
Wow.
Ravens are the 1 seed, Pats 2 seed. Following, we got Titans.
No, hold your horses for a damn second. Let me tell you something. Yeah. How about that dub yesterday, man? Let me tell you something about the Broncos.
The Broncos
that was big.
Are sitting at the 8th spot. What does the 8th spot get you in the AFC? What is it?
I don't know, but I'll tell you, we beat the Chargers.
Not nothing.
Well, the Chargers are in that 7th spot, though.
Yeah, but listen, I can't get anything here. Y'all are some assholes, man. My team, fuck the Chargers, man, motherfucker.
I think the Broncos. I don't know what they ate for breakfast, but it was not where I get my Denver breakfast.
Dude, that was amazing, man. That was so cool.
Chargers did not show up yesterday. I'm going to throw that game in the trash can, and. The Chargers are still sitting in that 7th spot ahead of the Broncos. And then here are the teams I want to focus on because these are the teams outside of the mix right now.
Right. Okay.
Okay. I have your Broncos, the first team out at 6-5. Raiders.
Are they or are the Raiders the
6 and
first
5.
team?
Where
What
I
I'm
went
looking
and
at
looked,
has
it
the
was
Raiders.
where I looked, it was the Broncos, which was NFL.com.
Well, the
It'd be a
Broncos
shame if
beat
they got
us,
it
so
wrong.
if we're tied, then they would have a. You know what I mean?
Right.
It probably,
I-
honestly, sometimes
I
it
just
depends
clicked
on.
on CBS Sports, but I have
Yeah.
Raiders 8.
Okay. Either way, right now it doesn't matter. We can put Raiders and
Right.
Broncos are tied for 8 at 6 and 5. Then we got the Colts at 6 and 6, the Browns at 6 and 6. I'll stop it right there. The Browns aren't making the playoffs.
No.
Argue with me. Now is the time to argue
No,
it.
no,
It's not
no.
happening this year. Baker's hurt. They refuse to put in a healthy Case Keenum over a incompetent, hurt Baker Mayfield. So that
I
picture's
think
not
the
changing.
AFC North is a little overrated, honestly, because both Pittsburgh and Cleveland, they have defenses that have a ton of talent, and they're not.
They're not
below-
actually good defenses.
They're below average. They're below league average in everything. So
Yeah.
I don't see. And with those offenses, oh my God, yeah. I think Indy, Denver,
So,
Raiders, they all have a legit shot, though.
so can
to
we
push.
draw the line there though and cross the Browns out and cross the Steelers out? The Dolphins at 5 and 7, they've won 4 straight, but it's not
They're
going to
surging,
continue.
but I don't trust Tua.
So we can cross the Dolphins off too.
I think the
think.
Dolphins shot themselves in the foot too much early that they're not going to be
Yeah.
able to rebound. They're playing really good, but I don't think they're going to be able to get back.
So
God damn, when you look at it, dude, they're only 1 loss away from.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fucking
Yeah.
crazy, dude.
just to try to keep narrowing it down here, I'm going to say the Ravens are in, the Pats are in, the Titans are in because it's the AFC South.
Yeah.
The Chiefs, I'm going to say are in. They're trending upwards.
Yeah,
I'm going to say the Chiefs are in. The Bengals,
all right.
have we seen enough to say that
Yeah.
they're in?
They are,
Question.
in my opinion.
I have more faith in Buffalo than Cincy at this
Okay.
point to get in.
So we can say we got a solid 5 to get in. The Bengals being like a question
Give
mark
or
to a lock.
I think
and
the
then-
Bengals get in. Like, yeah, they're gonna.
Okay. You think the Bengals and the Bills both get in? Well, then that
Yeah.
leaves us. Then this is where we'll start the discussion because
Yeah,
now we have 4 spots, and we got to try to figure out which team is going to get this 7 spot in the AFC. We have the Chargers, the Broncos, the Raiders, and the Colts.
Colts.
And I like the Chargers, but the Colts have proven they're a better football team, just a better football team than the Chargers. The Chargers 1 week can light somebody up, and the next week score 7 points and get shut down.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, they got shut down by the Broncos, and our defense is pretty good, but like it, yeah, and they don't. I don't know. They're too inconsistent. Not that the fucking Colts aren't, but again, yesterday showed a lot, I think, to the league about what the Colts are capable of. If they didn't fuck themselves over a couple of times, that game could have gone a lot different. So I just don't. That's a tough thing though, man, because those are 2 teams that right there it is. I think that's where the line is. So it's not the Broncos, unfortunately, and the
See,
Raiders.
I would cut the Raiders out of it.
Yeah,
but
I said
I
that
do
a
think-
month ago on here, dude.
I do think, and
I-
I know
I
you
told
both
you they
brought
weren't
up
making
Indy's
the fucking
schedule
playoffs.
earlier. You know how they play Houston this week. They probably still have the Jets or some dog shit
Yeah.
team left. But I do think Denver has a chance with the way they play. The way Javante Williams
And
ran the ball, the way
let's-
Melvin ran the ball.
No, if they can play
It's
defense again,
trending
though,
in the right direction.
but it is. We're going up, and the Raiders are going way the other way. But it's
Yeah, the Raiders had one of those lucky
Yeah.
Thanksgiving
just-
games. That
as
wasn't.
someone
yeah.
that watches every play. Like I'm not like you Matt, but I've watched every Broncos game on
haven't
here.
missed much.
Right, I watch. Yeah, I try to, and I've seen so many like coaching errors by Fangio that it's like,
Yeah.
I just don't trust him in big moments.
Yeah.
And that's what
the Ravens are sitting at the 1, and I see it every game with them though too. You
Well,
know,
no,
it's-
but
Yeah.
the Ravens are okay. Yeah, well, no, but dude, I trust their coach. Trust Harbaugh. I
Their
don't trust
head coach.
Fangio.
I don't
Yeah,
I trust their
coordinators.
man. I trust their coach. I trust their coach's friends.
Fuck my friend. What am I thinking? Yeah.
You had like the same
Fuck your
inflection
friends.
saying
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
trust
the
their
role
coach.
models. Yeah,
I
yeah.
trust-
I fuck the coach's friends.
Yeah.
So
He
I'm
was
looking
fucking his cousin. No, I didn't fuck
Yeah,
my cousin.
no,
I
no.
made out with my cousin until I
And-
figured out she wasn't. But I fucked her
Dude,
friends.
the Broncos' last 3 games, I will tell you, are going to be very exciting to watch because
it's tough, dude.
here's
I
the
know.
remaining schedule for the Broncos. Next week they come to Kansas City. They play in Arrowhead. Next week they get a freebie against the Lions in Mile High. So we can check that one off.
That is
No,
nice.
Hopefully.
the way the Broncos are, dude.
But-
No,
As long
Okay.
as Bridgewater is healthy,
But
I
the
feel like for all
Broncos,
this.
hold on, I'm sick. I need to fucking take a drink before I can even
then
talk.
we get the Bengals. Then we got the
Fine.
Raiders.
Get you some medicine.
Then we got the Chargers, and then we got the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Again.
So
We
when
have a
you look
tough-
at those last 4 games, it's all teams that are in that mess of the playoff mix.
They control their destiny.
yeah,
for
that's
Yeah.
a good point. Yeah,
They need
do.
to steal. They need to win 2 of those
Dude,
last 4
If
games,
they
and they
beat
would
the
have a good
Chiefs
chance.
twice, I'm gonna, dude. Dude,
Do you
Oh
think
my
2
God,
teams
man.
can come out of that division and make the playoffs?
yeah,
I think we do
the
get 2.
Chargers. Yeah, I
You
think the
think?
chart.
Okay.
I think.
Well,
like-
I just said that they wouldn't be the 7 team, but I think you could. Yeah, I don't know.
well, just the fact that 3 of the 4, you could even really say 4 out of the 5 teams are in the mix from the AFC West.
Yeah,
Right.
and it was good from the start.
Everybody-
the division was, and then
I mean, no team's got a losing record, so they're still not a shit division.
no,
They're
but that's just
Yeah.
not
that's
as good
just
as we thought they were.
the Raiders just
They
got
are
a bunch
not
of
who
early
we thought
wins.
they were.
Yeah,
That's the truth.
that's why we took the damn field.
Yeah.
You want to
That's-
crown them and crown their ass.
That's the
The
way
Bears
we did
are
the
the-
week 2 podcast. We thought they were all fucking
Yeah.
great. And they're
Yeah,
not.
no, I told you fuckers the Raiders were gonna implode right when they got rid of Gruden because it
Yeah.
was, dude, it was obvious that was coming. Like it, and then, dude, all the shit after losing Gruden, man, with the fucking DWI, and then dude, they got
Yeah,
got
there's
guys
been a lot of
driving around-
distractions.
driving around Vegas, all sorts of fucked up, dude, just going 100.
Yeah.
That
I
girl,
mean, it
I'm-
is. That's how the Raiders have always been, though, man.
Yeah.
They
yeah,
somehow, I mean, maybe it's between living in Los Angeles
Well,
or living
and-
in Vegas that it's just a tough place to live and just chill out and be cool.
I would have
That-
to think Vegas is offering more temptation than LA.
dude, they should
yeah.
all just hang out with Hunter Renfro, man. You know what I mean? Like, just go do what he's doing.
Yeah.
That's
It's like
probably
hanging
not
out with like
fun, dude.
Mo, man. You know
Renfro's
what I'm
probably
saying?
doing lines.
No,
of
dude.
coke and
Honestly,
just
Mo
studying the
probably has a
playbook.
more exciting life
Nah,
than Hunter Renfro.
I don't know.
I don't
dude.
know. I really doubt that.
Mo
I
said
really
he
doubt
spent
that.
5.5 hours blowing leaves in his front yard the other day,
Yeah.
man. 5.5 hours with one of them blowers.
See,
You know,
I was like,
Renfro's
dude, you know,
cooler.
you were,
I
you were
would
just
say-
baked and forgot, or you messed it up, and they all
Yeah.
blew back in.
I remember being a kid and I hated raking the yard because I just didn't
Oh,
see the
it's
point to
brutal.
it. Because we rake every week at this time of year. The leaves just keep falling. What
Right,
the fuck
man.
are we doing?
Right.
And
I hate
if you leave the leaves there, they disintegrate and they also offer their leftover nutrients to the grass.
To the fucking grass.
Yeah.
So, so
so
it's
why?
only gonna make us cut the
who are these-
lawnmower.
Whose way are these leaves in? Why
I
can't
don't
we just
fucking
leave 'em
know,
be?
but I'll tell you what the problem is, and it starts with Mo in Carolina because he
Yeah.
said, I mean, I quote, he said, it just looks nice, tight. I just don't like the leaves on the driveway."
I don't think it looks
And
5
I'm
hours
like,
of work nice.
"Dude, no, that's what
No.
I'm telling him. I'm like, yo, and how were you out
I
there
don't even
for
got to
5
go to his house to
Like, where do you
see
fuck-
to see for myself. It doesn't
Like, dude,
look
where do you live?
5
The White
hours.
House? Like, how
Yeah.
big is his damn yard? I mean, 5 hours. What the fuck?
Well, to
blowing.
be fair, Mo was probably taking a lot of sig breaks.
That's what we said,
stopping
dude.
to drink a few beers
My-
here and there, get around to golfing.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll see if the guys are on. All right, honey, can I get one? Can I get 9 holes? No, but dude, my theory was he just got way too high and like blew them all in one spot, but then like fucked it up and they started blow.
Yeah.
Like the wind was just taking him right back over. I was like, dude, it'd be great.
Oh,
It'd be great to be his, he goes in for a cig, comes back out, and they're all right in his front yard. Like, God damn it. All right, guys. Well, hell. Oh, honey, have you seen anyone got a rake? And he goes, hey, all the neighbors were waving, like, yeah, I'm doing it too. And I'm like, no, they're all just going, no, look at the jackass
Look at
out
this
there for
idiot.
5 hours. dude. Yeah, man. And get out the lawnmower and just roll them over, man. You don't got to fucking, yeah.
That's how my dad does it now that he's like close to retirement age. My dad just shreds
Right,
them with an
mow over
unbagged lawnmower. The chips
Yeah.
come out from the
Yeah,
leaves.
exactly, dude. It's,
Leave 'em be.
Yeah, no big
Dog
deal. man.
shits on them. It's all
5
gravy.
hours.
That's fucking nuts.
So
That's
I think
stupid.
Renfro's. I'd rather be hanging out with Hunter Renfro
Yeah.
for
I guess it depends where you live. If you're in
Yeah.
Vegas, I'd say Mo Birdies. If you're in Carolina in a big house where you got leaves,
Yeah.
and maybe you want Hunter Renfro, maybe Hunter Renfro will just leave the leaves be. and
Hunter
we can
Renfro
have
would make
fun
like a drill
on
out of it.
Sunday.
Actually, you wouldn't want Hunter Renfro with leaves because then you'd have to fucking do like he'd like be setting up routes and fucking like
doing road runner.
Yeah,
routes
yeah,
through the
exactly.
leaf-
Like yeah, yeah,
leaf piles.
yeah.
Well,
all right, that was a good tangent. That was
yeah.
a good tangent.
I think we ran out of steam, but it was good.
Yeah, man, that was
Let's-
a fun one. And side note on that before Mo has Hunter Renfro on his fantasy team, so it all does have it all is
Yep.
tied together ultimately.
All right.
How you
Let's
feeling,
close out.
Brad?
Just
Brad
enjoying
wasn't
the
talking.
dumb shit conversation.
Brad's like, where the fuck did these guys
Considering
go?
this is like the third time he and I've talked about this, including the headset. It's like
Yeah.
fucking reruns over here for me.
Yo, dude,
It was
5
my
hours and
first.
5 hours doing yard work during rivalry week or whatever rivalry week.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, it's bad.
I don't watch college football, Ty.
Yeah, that was it.
That Michigan Ohio State game was pretty cool though. I was watching
Oh
that
my
on my
God.
drive from
All the Big Ten games were in the snow.
yeah.
Michigan
that was my
State's
drive
was cool,
from
too.
Penn
yeah.
State. Were you listening
Yeah.
to it?
They were. At
I was
Michigan State, yeah.
watching / listening
With the
driving
audio
from
through the
St.
phone.
Louis, audio through the phone through
Or
the
through
car.
the TV or car?
Yeah, through the car. And I was entertained by the Michigan Ohio State game. I was glad to see Harbaugh win because a lot of people hate on that dude.
Yeah, I hate it.
I've always liked I
Oh,
like that type
God.
of stupid energy coach.
Well,
Like,
he's funny.
Coach O is a little bit of the same type of guy, right?
target.
Yeah, like he doesn't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
that
think he
kinda
knows
shit
a
just
lot of.
works better for college. You know.
Yeah.
it's
Did they
like-
fire Coach O or is he going to be back?
Well, he
Uh,
resigned.
He had his last game. He got carried
Oh,
off.
no way.
Did they at least win? I heard he got carried off. Did they carry him off in a loss though?
No,
No, he
they
won?
won.
Okay.
Their
He carried him off and
bowl
threw him in a dumpster?
No, they won. They pulled a bunch of upsets this year on ranked teams.
No, I
They-
don't get
they-
why.
They ended up bowl eligible,
You know
so
what?
they'll go to a bowl, and he just isn't going to coach them though. There.
Oh.
Why the fuck would they ever? And that's the lamest thing too for college sports is like when they don't go to the bowl game. Like, all right, guys, like what the dude for OU did today for Oklahoma, and he's just like, all right, guys, have fun.
He
at the
just
Senior
jumped
Bowl."
down. Yeah.
Yeah, I see you.
Yeah,
All right,
I know. We've been fighting here all season, but I'm gonna go coach this other team. And
Yeah,
he went to USC, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dude,
Good
but,
luck. I hope USC still sucks after.
Because then
I'll-
there's talk
Fuck that
already
guy.
that about will Kingsbury ditch the Cardinals and go to Oklahoma?
No,
Dude.
I don't think you do. Don't
No,
you
he's
realize
doing
how
too
good
well.
you have it in the
He's
NFL?
got the number
Hire-
one. He's got the number one seed in the NFC. Why
in
would he?
the, in the NFL,
No,
you don't
I've
need
heard-
to travel to
yeah,
recruit.
no.
You don't need to go travel to
Right.
recruit. You
No.
can just send out your scouts to these
Right,
different
man.
colleges and have them watch
Dude,
film to
You
draft.
get the best gig in the world.
NFL would be a
Arizona.
cushier job than a college
Yeah.
football.
Coach O
Right,
should go
I
to
agree.
fucking Oklahoma, man.
Yeah,
come
fuck
to,
it.
come to
Hire him.
Mizzou. We need a D line.
I just how long?
be
I
pretty
mean,
cool.
dude, there's no way he goes if he doesn't want it more than like 3 days without a job offer. I mean, he probably already gotten like 30
Nah,
of them. dude.
there's all kinds of unreported sexual assault shit that he
Oh.
didn't fight. Like he didn't do it, but like he tried to hide for his players.
He didn't
all
do it.
kind-
Hell,
all-
he's just
all
taking care of
kinds
his
shit.
guys, man. They
Well,
want to have a
does
good
that
time.
surprise you?
Have
That's
you-
Coach O.
You've
know,
been
he
to
gets
New
the-
Orleans, right? You've been in that state.
yeah,
Things
no, he-
happen down there that
for-
don't
He definitely
traditionally
was
happen
sweeping
elsewhere.
a bunch of shit under the rug that he should not have.
He just wanted some chicken. He wanted
Yeah.
to touch his dick.
Yeah.
Like all that. You remember Geis for the Redskins?
of chicken if you suck his
Yeah, give you chicken. You want to touch the dick? Chicken on my dick.
Best
chicken
on a dick.
Yeah, take a chicken off my dick.
All
Give
right,
it a new
man.
meaning.
all right, we've went far enough. Let's
That's
close out part
fucked up
one
though,
there.
but yeah. All
Yeah.
right, yep.
All right.
Oh, I'm coming for it later.
All right, we'll
man.
be back.
Oh,
We got trivia right after this.
and
let's
I'm
get
gonna blow it probably.
Yeah, lose on purpose. Maybe.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
We'll
that's
see.
what I
All about Monday night.
it's what I do, man.